All right. Shalom. First and foremost, if I get started, I'm going to give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Rashai, Ba'ashim, Rahadash. I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostle, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well. Being great example to Israel, our right mind, the elect. I want to say peace and blessing to the hope of the elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity. I write that great song that you brought in the bar, just come with a quick lesson. I write through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Rashai. All right, you can see the title, man. There's only one way to deal with it. It's a constant battle within the flesh and the spirit. But the Lord has sent us the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, man, the understanding. That's why it's known, all right, with all thy getting the understanding, is because when you understand something, all right, it brings more comfort to your spirit that you're able to deal with it. You're able to bear it more longer. You're able to endure it. Why? Because you understand the outcome of things, man. And that's what the Lord have blessed us with. Due to when we was in the world in Babylon the Great, we didn't have the comforter. We didn't have nothing to comfort us while we mourn and grieved on why the society being treated this way or why I'm being treated this way. And how the world is being ran. We had no understanding of why these things, but the Lord had woken us up to these understanding. All right. And therefore, this will comfort us. And do I say only one way to deal with it, but what? It's about being patient. It's about being patient because as the king is the what? The people. And we understand who rules in this society right now, Esau Edom. And him being a ruler, he impatient. He impatient, man. That's why you got drive-throughs and you got all you can eat buffets, because that's the mindset of him being impatient, man. It's all about get it while he want it right then and there instead of waiting for it. So that's why I got. Let me see, can I pull this thing up? So like if I'm not even having it jump up before I start. And it says, right. So it said, why good things come to those who wait. All right. And then with this, she putting as a form of waiting on an iPhone. But she gonna constantly mention the future, the future, the future. And we know what's the future in and what's the future to become. All right, which is what? The kingdom of heaven. All right. But so the good things come to those that wait. Why? Because they have patience. See, the Lord finna bless those that endure to the end. You see that? But how this society is being ran and how we've been trained up since a youth, no patience. If I can't get it right now, then I don't want it. You can't be like that. You can't have that mindset. All right. So Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters be edified, man. While I lay the law down, man. I'm playing a little video and I'm gonna get to the precepts, man. All right. I hope y'all can understand this. Come on, we gonna trip. And it's a lot too. This is only for education purpose use only. Fair use, fair use. Salaki. Come on, really? All right, this is the prince of the power of air. Well, fuck it. All right, but you see how they cut it down, and she cut it down in three sects of people. All right, what you have today, you have those that know, you know what I'm saying? And you have those that know but don't consider, and you have those that don't know, you know what I'm saying, and willing to consider. You see that? But you put it in the aspect of having patience within the truth. You have those that don't want to wait. You have those that balance to wait, and then you have those that willing to wait. All right, but only how you can receive the kingdom of heaven is what? By being patient. So you have to wait. You see, you have to wait, man. So the only good thing come to those that what? That wait. So let me get into this Baruch. Yeah, let's get into the Baruch, man. Uh, this before because it's just something that we have to learn and mold us. Remember, the Lord is the potter and we the clay. So when He putting us through certain situations, you know what I'm saying, in our lives, we being tested on every aspect. You know, as some, that's why I said thinking not strange concerning the private trial, because you can be put on the spot with something you ain't did, but it's how you handle it, you know, that situation. You can't be quick to go off. You can't be quick to prove that you're innocent. You know, so you have to be patient and let the thing work itself out. Because all you think you have to do is just pray to your high by Shemal Shah. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about it, your character is going to be tested. You know, Yahweh Shah character was tested when he was dealing with Satan, when he had fasted them 40 days and 40 nights. His character was being tested when Satan came in and tried to tempt him to commit them acts. But every time that Satan tried to bring a thing upon him, what Yahweh Shah say? He always quoted the scriptures to come back him. You know, and that's what we're gonna have to do on myself likewise with the same mind. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's only one way to deal with it is by what? Being patient. You gotta let the thing play out. You can't be quick, you can't be too quick to make a move, man. Especially when your life is on the line. You know, you gotta let the Lord lead, man, and we follow. You know what I'm saying? The spirit, you know? So that's why this video is like an exhortation, you know, like I always say, inspiration, inspiring, you know what I'm saying, for the brothers and sisters to continue. Because you gotta remember, Jacob trouble is gonna be hell, man, but it's gonna be hell on the mind. You know what I'm saying? Because we seeing people we love, we seeing people we care about. You know what I'm saying? We said seeing babies and shit that go through certain things, but your mindset gonna have to be focused on the mission. All right, understand that these people that we saw, we loved, that we cared about, that had a chance to receive the knowledge and wisdom, understanding, and hold fast to it. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. We're gonna be put in that jam for our mindset. All right, to overcome. See, our mind gotta be made hardened in that day. That's why the Lord putting us through certain situations now. All right, because it says right here in Baruch 4:25, it said, "My children." All right, my children. Speaking of Israel, but man, the elect, because only the elect is suffering. All right, so my children suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. And what's the wrath of the Lord, man? When we think about martial law, we think about the FEMA camps, the race wars, the class wars. You know, we think about when you go in the second Ezra, the 16th chapter, as it speaks about the beginning of famine, sorrows, and great mourning and great wrath. You know, the Lord like take it patiently. All right, because here it is, it's got to come. You know, these things have to happen. All right, that set measure had to be fulfilled before the kingdom of heaven come. But guess what? The Lord gonna keep us and He gonna preserve us out of that. But guess what? We're gonna be in the midst of it. So it says, suffer patiently in the wrath that's come upon you from the Most High. And let me grab a precept to back that up. This is Micah. This is Micah 7:9. All right, this is Micah 7:9. And it says, I will bear the indignations of the Lord. And indignation going to what? The Lord, righteous anger. So when you go into the word bear, matter of fact, let's get that word bear. You know, because it means to hold. Well, let's see. It said to carry. You see that? So that bear going to carry, bring forth, give to endure. You see that? So we got to endure the righteous anger of the Lord. All right. Why? Because I have sinned against him. We all sinned against Yahweh Shema Shah. So when he bring the calamity, right, when he started to chastise us, all right, as he did with sons, we got to endure that. We got to take that cheerfully. All right? Think it not strange. That's why the Lord said us in Sirach 2:1. If you come to serve the Lord, boy, you got to prepare yourself for temptation. You see, you got the Israelite camps out here, they not telling our people to proper preparate themselves to prevent their poor performance when the Lord bring that temptation, that trial upon you. You know, you got the other out branches, Israelites, all right, that went they separate ways, but they not warning you and telling you, they not preparing you, all right, for that great and dreadful day. You see, they all about the new covenant. You know what I'm saying? They all about, pleasing themselves, but they not all about warning the people as the Lord have sent us out here, man. You go to 2nd Ezra 15:1, man. All right, it said, what? Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. You see that? The words of prophecy, because prophecy go back what? To speak before or say before happening. So we are commanded by Yahweh Shema Shah, man, to push forth, all right, the what? Prophecy. To warn our people and tell our people, man, all right, this was coming down the pipeline. That's getting the blood off our hands. But remember, when you look at the other Israelite camps, you don't see that. They ain't teaching that. They not warning. You see? They stuck in the maze, man. All right? But when you go into this word bear, it said to endure without resistance. You see, you can't resist the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. You can't resist it. It said, who resisted his will? Can't no one resist the Lord's will. All right? It said to support, hold up, sustain, to work. You got to bear it. All right? Did not the Lord say, bear your cross? You see? So when you put through certain tests and, certain situations, you got to endure that situation. And you got to come out victorious like Yahweh Shah, man. And the other apostles and elders, man. All right? And it says, go back to Micah 7 and 9. It said, I would bear, so I would carry, I would endure without resisting the righteous anger of Yahweh. All right? Because what? I have sinned against him until he plead my cause. And the Lord gonna plead our cause, man. All right, once Yahweh Shah come to deliver us. You see that? And he also plead our cause when he help us out of certain jams, out of certain situations. Because who knows, all right, when time comes, if the Lord gonna allow you to make it out of the hour of temptation. But that's how he gonna plead your cause when you see yourself being delivered. All right. And it says, and until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. All right, because judgment is given to Yahweh Shai, right? And he said, what? Vengeance are his. So execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light. And the light is what? Which is the understanding. All right, and I shall behold his righteousness. You see that? So here it is. We go back to Baruch 4:25, all right, it says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. Because you got to remember, the Most High did this. All right? He said he give, he take it away. All right? He wound, he heal. You know, he, Yahweh, do all things. So this is the hand or the work of the Lord. All right? It says, for thy enemy had persecuted thee. And we know who our enemy is. Chiefly Esau, Edom. And he had persecuted us, man. That's why when you go into Lamentations, let me get that, Lamentations 5. Lamentations 5 and 4. I mean, it's next, so like Lamentations 5 and 5. It says, well, no, I started in 1, so like it. Then Lamentations 5 and 1, it said, remember, O Lord Yahweh, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. All right. It said, our inheritance is turned to strangers, and our houses to aliens. As when you think about our, Israel. All right. And it says, and our orphan and fatherless, and our mothers are widows. We have drunken our water for money, and you see that. you never had to pay for water, man. All right, only in Babylon the Great, man. All right, we have drunken our water for money, and our wood is what is sold unto us. All right, that's slavery, that's captivity. And it says, our necks are under persecution. We labor and what have no rest. You see that? We labor in Babylon the Great, but we have no rest. You see that? It's a constantly, all right, struggle within the flesh and the spirit, whether you want to go to work, you want to quit, you want to get a new job, you want to work for yourself. But there's no way, because all this in a pot about around Deuteronomy 28. All right, 15 on down, due to the curses, man. All right, why? Because this the plague that the Lord have plagued us with. Because what? We disobeyed him. But through the spirit and the understanding, you have to bear that. All right? That's why it's known as a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. You have to actually do what's pleased the Lord. Because if you don't do what pleased the Lord, then you're going to suffer even more. So, verse 6, it said, we have given the hands to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread, man. All right, that's Babylon the Great right now. All right, because it's known as what? Spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt, right? All right, but the Egyptians, all right, we go into what? Slavery, and we know who the modern day Assyrians is. All right, Esau, Edom. You see? So let's go back into verse 25, and it says, and surely, but surely thou shalt see his discretion and shall tread upon his neck. And that's shortly, right? So let's go into Job. Let's go into Job real quick. Job 14 and 5. Because it says, surely we shall see his discretion. Right? So this is Job 14 and 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, and the number of his months are with thee. That's how appointed his bound that he cannot pass. All right, and it's speaking about Esau, Edom, and his power seat. We're going to see the discretion of the wicked soon, man. All right, because Job 20 and 5, Job 20 and 5, it says, I'm going to start at 4. It said, knowest thou this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. All right, that's why Esau is known as the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that follow it. All right, he's not gonna rule forever, as in his mind said that their houses shall continue forever. That's a vain thought. All right, but it said, though thy excellency mount up in the heaven, and his head reached unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, that which has seen him shall say, where is he? All right. So guess what? we gonna see his destruction. Because that's what we desire when you go to Psalm 91 chapter. All right, we desire to see the fall of our enemies, man. And guess what? We gonna tread upon his neck. When you go into Ezekiel 25, this one of them, this is Ezekiel 25, and Ezekiel 25 and 14. Because remember, the classic precept of that is Revelation 13 and 9. He that leadeth the captivity shall go into captivity. But we're going to tread upon his neck because Ezekiel 25:14 say, I'm going to start at 13. It said, therefore, thus said the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom. Because Edom known as the wicked, the border of wickedness. It said, and we'll cut off man and beast from it. And I will make it more desolate from teeming, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. You see that? So it's going to become a time, all right, going to that set measure being fulfilled, the hourglass being turned over, we're going to tread upon what? Our enemies next, man. All right, we're going to be in that power seat. We're going to rule with the authority. All right? And it says, and they shall do unto Edom according to my anger, according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah power. You see that? So it's coming. The Lord finna do a transition of power, man. All right? So let's go into verse 26. It says, my delicacy ones have gone rough ways and are taken away as a flock caught to the enemy. And that's what happened when we disobeyed the Lord. That's why when we going through certain things on the earth now, you know, through our lifetime, you know, we got to endure that shit, man. All right? Because that's what the Lord have done to us. That's why when you go into Isaiah 47:6, it said, I was wroth with my people. You know, he polluted his inheritance. He have given thee over to the hand of who? Thy enemy, man. And our natural born enemy is known as who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white people. All right, you can never forget that. That's why the scriptures say, never trust thy enemy. All right, for as Aaron rushed to show his fucking wickedness, man. All right, but we've been going rough ways because we disobeyed the Lord. All right, so that's why we have to seek the Lord 10 times more. All right, as he have woken us up to this understanding. All right, so let's get Baruch 5. Well, I get it on here. This Baruch 5 and 6. And it says, remember we was gone rough ways. It says, for they departed from thee on foot and were led away to their enemies. All right, and that's what happened. And it said, but the Most High bringeth them to thee, exalt with glory and treasure of the kingdom. All right, because that's what we tapping it back into. Remember, wisdom bringing forth a kingdom. All right. So let's read verse 27. It said, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh Shemashah. All right. And to cry mean what? To prophesy, to beg, to pray. You know, that's what cry mean, man. To beg, to pray, man. All right. Until who? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. For you shall be remembered of him. All right, that brought these things upon you. So that's why you got Ezekiel 9 and 4. All right, because those they're gonna be remembered, those they got that what? That mark. You see that? They're the ones they're gonna be remembered. This is Ezekiel 9. So like this is Ezekiel 9 and 4. And it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that what? That sigh and that cry. So the Lord is telling us to cry unto him for all the abomination that done in the midst thereof. Why you gonna cry? For you shall be remembered of him that what? That brought these plagues upon you. Because when you jump up to my favorite precept in Baruch 4 and 20, in Baruch 4, in verse 20, it says what? Verse 18, it said, for he that brought these plagues upon you when you think about all the things that's going to go on and occur, all right, in the end time, he said what? He will deliver you from the hands of your enemy. Because uh understand Revelation, all right, understand Revelation 12 and 12. All right. It says, therefore rejoice ye heaven, and ye that dwell therein. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, which represent people, right? But the devil, which is Esau Edom, because it's not talking about the devil that Christianity portrayed to be as a red man with horns and a pitchfork. No, all right. This is a characteristic of a human, or not a human being, a human being color, which is going to Israel, but this is a characteristic of a being. All right, is known as the Edomites, Esau, Edom, so-called white people today. So the devil is come down unto you, all right, having great wrath, because he knew that he had nothing but a short time. All right, so here it is. You will be remembering that day when the Lord sent his sword to come down with their wrath. The Lord gonna preserve you. You see that? He gonna preserve you. He gonna make sure that you are all right. You're gonna be straight. You're gonna be kept. Because they're shield, all right? He gonna have their hedge on you. But guess what? If you don't cry out to the Lord, you're not prophesying, you're not doing what pleases him, you're not gonna be remembering that day. Because Ezekiel 9 and 4, that mark go to what? To be exempt. Exempt from what? That judgment that's coming down the pipeline, man, for you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, Spanish, man. You see? So here it is. Be of good comfort. Because when you're going to see, look, when you're going to Revelation, let me get that in Revelation 3, man. This is Revelation 3 and 10. It said, because thou have kept thy word of what my patience. You see that? You got to be patient. I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. See that? That's going to that deliverance. He's going to keep you from that, man. It says, which shall come upon the whole world to try them upon the earth. And that's speaking of the hour of temptation, man. The MOTB. Not that mark, not the charagma. This mark is talking about the exempt from judgment, but the mark that I'm reading in Revelation is speaking about the MOTB, man. All right, known as the mark of the beast. All right, but you got that mark of thy wa. Guess what? You're gonna be covered. You're gonna be straight. You see that? You're gonna be straight. In Revelation 11, and let me see. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm read verse 27. So it said, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry until you have about Shema Shah, for you shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. Because also, when you go into Amos 3 and 6, it speaks about if the Lord have not done it, as being evil in the city, thinking about the calamities, all things that, the Lord going to bring upon Jake, the Lord have done it. All right. But verse 28, it says, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, all right, as the Lord have given us the understanding, as being returned, as the knowledge being approached to you, you know what I'm saying? It says, seek him 10 times more. That's why you get the term pray without ceasing. You see that? We're supposed to be always occupying the prophecy, understanding the time, and we continue to measure it. We at the end. You see that? So we're supposed to be on the verge of always, reading and studying and trying to get the best out of things, man. Not the best things out of life, but the best things of the spirit. Because at the end time, knowledge and the wisdom and understanding gonna be the stability. All right? Not knowing, all the books, to get you by, to get to college and get you that master's degree and that bachelor's degree and knowing how to cook. No, that's not gonna sustain you in that day. The knowledge and wisdom and understanding is going to keep you from taking the MOTB. the knowledge and understanding going to keep you, you know what I'm saying, from giving up, you know, the national Lord name. The knowledge and wisdom and understanding will keep you from that. All right. So that's why we have to be more in tune with the spirit within the flesh. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read verse 29. All right. It says, for he that brought the plagues upon you shall bring you what everlasting joy, and again with what? With salvation. And that's what the Lord going to do for the elect, man. All right. This is why I read that in Baruch 5 and 6. You know, the Lord gonna comfort us, man. But He sent the comforter through what? Through the scriptures, that we may have hope. All right, that we may have hope, man. You see, so it said, "Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for He that gave thee thy name, that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall." And who gonna be miserable? All right, the other nations, starting with Esau, Edom. You see, they're the one that afflict us, man. They're the one that licked our wounds, you know, and they rejoiced at our fall. And it said, miserable are the cities which the children serve. Miserable is she that receiveth thy son. And we know who received the son, Esau, Edom. When you go into what there, Exodus. Let me see, Exodus 20:16. The man still the man to be found in his hands. I got it right here. I think it's Exodus 20:16. Yeah, not Exodus 21:16. It's Exodus 21:16. It says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or he be found in his hand, he shall surely be what? He shall surely be put to death. So here it is. He finna be miserable. All right? He finna be miserable. That's why I said miserable are the cities that which thy what children serves. Meaning what? Babylon the Great. We serving who? Esau, Edom. Were we not stole? Were we not brought over here on cargo slave ships? All right. Miserable is she, because she is speaking about Babylon the Great that receiveth thy what? Thy sons. All right. Because what? The Lord have given us to the heathens. All right. And it says, for as she rejoices at thy ruins, all right, and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved at her own what? Desolation. All right. So guess what? We got to take everything truthfully the Lord is bringing upon us, because we understand the latter end. All right. The latter end is that we going to be delivered, and this society, this kingdom is going down. All right. So as we march and walk into Jacob trouble, keep your head high, and always, you know what I'm saying, in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, always. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might lose your job because you don't want to take the MOTB. Yeah, you might lose your car. You got to start walking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might lose your woman. Yeah, you might lose your kids. All right? But guess what? We have to suffer patient the wrath that's come upon us, because by us suffering for well-doing, we're going to cease from the bullshit that's going to be ahead that two-thirds got to go through. You know what I'm saying? See, two-thirds, they going to suffer without knowing. We suffer knowing. You know, and got a opportunity, a great opportunity, if we endure to the end, to be what? To be saved. Two-thirds ain't got that option. You know, so that's why our mind got to be constantly on being patient and being prudent, you know, because time is coming that, hey, the hour of temptation, it might take certain brothers and sisters out. But that's why prayer is necessary. Pray ye always, and be and it say pray. What the Luke 21:2? Pray ye. My friend, let me grab that real quick. I think that's Luke, and I can end it on that. Watch well as pray, that you be counting words or to escape. All right. I think it's Luke 21. So let me get it right quick. Yeah, this is Luke 21:63. It said, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye be accounted worthy to escape all these things, and there shall come what shall come to pass." You see that? So that's your mind frame. It's only one way to deal with it is what? It's by being patient. Remember, good things come to those that wait, not those that in a fucking in the rush. You see? So here it is. It said, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and stand before the Son of Man." All right? But in the time that we in, it's only one way to deal with it now, man. And it's about what they say in the world, Jesus take the wheel. Hey, you gotta let you how about my shot take the wheel, man. You know what I'm saying? Sit your head down, sit back somewhere, and just do what you gotta do in the spirit and let the Lord take care of the rest. Don't step on the Lord's foot, man. And know what you got, and know what you're gonna have in that day if you don't have patience. You're gonna step on the Lord's foot and end up being, end up getting fucked up. Losing your life, or anything can happen. But you keep the patience, all right. Hey, you can endure. All right, because patience possess what? Your souls, man. All right, through patience, you possess your soul. So, Lord willing, y'all, brothers, sisters, edified. All right, so next time, I want to say Shalom, Baba Baba, Raka'akim, hey, DTA, baby, the muscle.